Hey friends, welcome back to my Whip Wednesday. This is going to be for hashtag Deck the Year, hosted by Penny over at Penny's Crafty Creations. I know we have kind of a really wonky setup right now. This is the area I told you I'm setting up in the back here. It is a complete mess because I have what we're going to do tonight. I have Happy Meal that's got to go out. I've got Bible devotional stuff. I've got piles in front of you. I have a lot going on in here. I'm actually moving a lot more than just my Bible devotional stuff. I'm going to be moving some of my craft stuff in here, and I'm moving some of the homeschool area in here because it's easier for Levi to concentrate when we're here at the house, for him to concentrate in the back of the house. So I get it. It's a lot quieter back here. It really is. Even if my neighbors are outside blasting their country music, which I don't mind country music, but please don't share it with me. Anyways, all right, enough of that. Okay, I just want to show you really quick the watercolor papers that I did last night. We're not going to use these today, but I'm going to just show you what I did. So this was the first one I did last night. This is just pinks and yellows. This one I'll explain in a second. And this is just blues and yellows to make greens. Now this is watercolor, but it is using these things, these watercolor markers. That's what this whole box is. It's a set of watercolor markers. I don't like them. I opened them and I tested them out to see, because I got them for Levi. I'm not happy with them. I was able to get some water on some of these darker areas and kind of mellow it out, but I'm not going to use them again. It was a one and done. So unless somebody's got some tips on what I can do to better improve how they work, but you can see the difference. Yeah. I'll still use the paper because I'm not going to waste it, because this is the watercolor paper I was using this time. It is a much thicker paper, but I'm not happy with it again. So, okay, and I just realized I don't have my water over here. You know I need my water. Hold on. All right, I got my water. Yeah. And I am ready to get started. And I just realized I did not cut my little girly out. I didn't cut my fussy cut out. All right, I'm going to pause you. Okay, I've almost got her cut out. Just going to finish cutting around this. I thought I had this cut out, but my evening has been a little bit cuckoo. I let Levi play after I watered. I had to water the new trees that we planted. We planted 2 gum trees last weekend, and I needed to get those watered because you're supposed to give them adequate water, I guess, until they're fully established, which could take a couple of weeks, and considering the desert soil that we're dealing with, could take a little bit longer. Plus we had really high winds today, so the trees were a little bit angry. So I gave them a little bit extra love tonight. And then I had to go wash. I had to go water my rose bushes, my new ones. I have 2 new ones now, by the way. I bought another one. I probably didn't mention it, but I needed to go water the Dusty Millers, see if the irises were blooming yet. They're not, but they probably will be opened up tomorrow. So you can bet there will be video on that. All right, so yeah, I didn't get her cut out until right now, just because I let Levi play out in the backyard until the sun went down, And it was so cute because I guess the quail were out there too with him. And if you've never observed or watched quail, they're funny little birds because they have those little feathers on their head. And they were sitting there digging, and Levi kept telling me, they're digging, they're digging. I said, yeah, that's what they do. They dig. And so, it's cute because it looks like they're scratching the ground, but they're really digging little holes when they're out there eating. So we did that, and then he realized the sun was going down and came back in, and then he wanted to take a car ride, as did I. So we went and grabbed a very late dinner at McDonald's and parked in the parking lot there because it's right along Route 66 and the train tracks are right there. And so we watched one oil train come through while we were sitting in the drive-thru to get our order because I mobile ordered ahead. And then I know I brought my glue in here. There it is. I told you I'm not fully set up in here. And then like I said, I just lost my train of thought, literally. So as we're sitting there waiting to get our order, because it seemed like everybody had the same idea as us tonight, we watched a oil train come through. And then when we parked, another train came through. So, and then he got to watch a truck go into the big truck wash at the Flying J car shop. Yeah, see, listen to me tonight, friends. And that was way too much glue. So, I apologize for the angle. I could not find my other tripod that I have. So I had to go get the one out of the schoolroom and use that one, but that was not the one I wanted to use for tonight, but it's okay. It's okay. I've got to get this card out in the mail tomorrow, amongst some other stuff I need to get in the mail. So there she is on the front. So we have, so we had a really nice night tonight. It was, gosh, it was only, I think it got just down to 81 when we were out at 7:30. So it was a beautiful night, beautiful, beautiful night. It's been very breezy, like I said here, which is fine. It's okay. Okay, there. So she's on there. Yeah, and then I found out that we have the annual rodeo is coming to town. April 11th and 12th. However, Levi's birthday is April 11th, and we already have tickets for another event on that day. We contemplated maybe doing it after that event, but if the temperatures are going to be anything like what it's been, it's going to be kind of miserable out there out on the fairgrounds. The fairgrounds are literally just down the street. I've been to the fairgrounds twice, around Christmas time for a, what was it called? Mojave Markets or something like that. It was like a Christmas craft fair. I don't know. I think they do it every month, but I don't have any desire to go every single month. I only went at Christmas time, and so yeah, I don't know. And then Sunday would be completely out of the question because we have church on Sundays, and then my husband's going to have to drive back to California. So I don't think we're going to make it to the rodeo this year. I thought it would be kind of fun to go. Never been to one. But again, it being Levi's birthday weekend, and we already have the tickets for the other event. So, and we paid quite a bit of money for this other event, so. Yeah. It's okay, can't do everything, right? No, you cannot. I am so thankful that, you know, since I've gotten back into paper crafting, I have learned so many quick tips and tricks and techniques for making a really pretty card that doesn't really take a whole lot. So I just took 2 pieces of scrapbook paper I had, and I put them on the interior of this card here to give it a little bit more, whatever you want to call it. So now what I'm going to do with this little girly here on the front, I have some stickers, and on this sheet of stickers I have where it says happy birthday to you. How old are you? Don't ever ask anybody that question when it's their birthday. We're not going to use that one. You don't look a day older. Yeah, no, we're not going to use that one either. Make a wish. May your day be full of sunshine. Celebrate. So we're going to use happy birthday to you. And we're going to put that above her. Like so. So I hope everybody had a good day. Mine had some challenges in it, but you know what? I didn't let it steal my joy while Levi was outside. When he was outside playing, I sat on the couch and I worked on my Carolina Beaches corner to corner blanket. Got some more rows in on that, which was fantastic. I don't know. Well, I guess we could put celebrate on the front here on the other side. All right, we don't want to overpower it. So that's perfect, that's simple. And then for the inside, because of who this is for, I am going to add a Bible verse, but I do this anyways, no matter what, because it's just who I am. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so yeah, like I said, I am looking for a Bible verse to put in this. Or some kind of inspirational quote that's in this book. Okay. Sorry, it was taking me a little bit longer to go into my second book of stickers I had. So I found a really simple one that says, "Bless the Lord, O my soul." And I just stuck it on the inside there. Oops. So there's that. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm sorry. Somebody's just wired with so much energy tonight. I'm going to use this sticker here that says, "May your day be full of sunshine." I'm going to stick that on the middle of the card there. And then let me see if there's any other. Things happen. Learn from yesterday. You are never too old to dream a new dream. Challenge yourself. Keep life simple. Everything begins and ends with you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Hopping down the bunny trail. The promise of all things made new. Singing in the rain, cute as a bunny. Wishing you happiness. All right, well, we're just going to leave it simple like that. And then I have, what are we at for time? We're at 15 minutes. I'm going to end this in a minute, and then I'll take pictures and add them to the end of this video. But, because I still need to ink this, and that's going to take some time, so. All right, I think I'm going to end this video for now, though, but this is where I'm at. I'm almost done. I need to, like I said, I want to ink around the edges, ink around this, and then I'm going to put something on the back yet. I don't know. That's why I'm going through all my stickers. So anyways, friends, thank you for hanging out with me at my very messy area. Yeah. So again, this is hashtag Deck the Year, hosted by Penny over at Penny's Crafty Creations. So there she is, my little birthday card. All right, I'm going. I'll be back tomorrow for Duck Dishcloth. Duck Dishcloth. That's a lot to say. All right, good night, friends. I'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, the card is finished. I'm going to let it dry overnight before I put it in its envelope. But there is the front of the card. And then again, a recap. The inside, I just inked real lightly around the edges with yellow, kind of giving it a spring vibe. And then I will write a little personal note there. And then here is the back of the card. It says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases." So again, this was for hashtag Deck the Year, hosted by Penny over at Penny's Crafty Creations. So, yep, there you have it. This week's was a handmade birthday card.